This is a really exciting time here at Aquafatus. We have added so many new features to the AVE Interactivity panel to help you create a more engaging user experience for your readers. Let's take a look at some of those new features right now. AVE Digital Publishing 2.0 now ships with the ability to make scrollable layouts. This is a scrollable layout that scrolls vertically. These layouts within layouts are a proven way to get users more engaged with your content. Users can read more information without ever leaving the page. Horizontal layouts can be used to make clever interactivities such as draws. These draws can even contain slideshows and links to other pages within your document. Building these sub-layouts is easy. You just make an external InDesign document that is either wider or taller than the frame on your InDesign page. Then place the InDesign document within that defined frame. In the AVE Interactivity panel, choose Sub-Layout and define the scrolling options you need. Actions can be triggered when certain objects in these scrollable layouts become visible or scroll out of the viewport. For example, these scrollable layouts can have links to another article. The new Map feature ties in directly with Google Maps. You can choose the map type, show user location, add markers and titles, and so much more. End users can see their location in relation to other markers on the interactive map. When the map is rendered in your layout, you could zoom in to explore the map. It even supports satellite, hybrid, and terrain viewing. The Ken Burns effect in slideshows was a feature we shipped in version 1. In our latest version, you can customize your Ken Burns effects. Now you can define the start and end points in your slideshow transitions, and you can also sync these slideshows to audio files and other actions. The new Advance button makes it easy to create button states. For example, you can now have a button that is gray when it is chosen. You can also define whether the button looks pressed when you touch down on it or when your finger leaves the button. The Advance button acts as a toggle. As long as each button is on the same exclusion channel, that button becomes active. Notice how the button is grayed on touch. Version 2.0 also lets you create simple animations using Adobe's built-in motion path feature. When I navigate to the cover, notice how the name of the magazine is animated into place using a fade-in option. You simply need to draw a path with the pen tool, then select an image and that path, and then choose Object, Interactive, Convert to Motion Path. You can use the animation panel to control the opacity and the speed, size, and rotation. You can also use Adobe's built-in preview panel to preview your animation. We now allow ZAVE files to be placed within your InDesign layout. This means that while you're in an application, you can have frames that link to a whole different ZAVE file. For example, this is a jigsaw puzzle that I built in another project. Then, I exported it to a ZAVE file using the Project Manager panel. I define this button with the Show AVE Interactivity feature. When the button is clicked, it brings me into the connected ZAVE file, which contains the puzzle activity. Another use for the ZAVE within the ZAVE feature could be for ads. Instead of just having a flat ad that has no interactivity, your ads could be supplied to you as a ZAVE file that already contains interactivity and could even be multiple pages. Also, people have asked for a way to hide pages from the page previews that are generated on output. Having a link ZAVE file would be one way to block navigation of this document from the page previews panel. The new image comparator enrichment creates a slider so that you can compare two or more images. This is a great feature for showing before and after images. You can add your before or after images inside the image comparator interactivity. The new animated image feature gives you the power to add your own frame-based animations to your interactive layouts. This is a simple frame-based animation I created in Photoshop. I exported the frames as files. I then added those files in the interactivity panel and set my animation to automatic. When I enter the page, the word Bolivia expands. The slideshow component has been extended to support RSS feeds You can now create a fully dynamic slideshow that downloads its images from an RSS feed. You can define the feed in InDesign and also mix static images with RSS feeds in the same slideshow. Finally, Read Aloud is a feature we developed that you may have seen used in our Little Red Riding Hood app. You can add audio with text that highlights the words as they are spoken. The major application for this enrichment is for children's books, so that the book is read to the child. However, I'm sure there could be even more creative uses for this new feature. Notice that when I click on the type is read to me.
Once upon a time, there was a dear little girl who was loved by everyone who looked at her, but most of all by her grandmother.
The setup is quite easy. Use a free program called iKaraoke Tune Prompter to import the text and the pre-recorded audio files. Then you just need to use the spacebar on your computer to get the right timing. The files you make in iKaraoke Tune Prompter can then be imported directly into your InDesign pages for an interactive reading experience for both AVE Mag and EPUB. As you've seen, there's a lot of new features inside our brand new version 2 release of our AVE publishing plugins for InDesign. Keep checking in, as more videos that describe each one of these new features in detail will soon be posted. Thanks.